He's coming with me.
It's girls like you who get men like me locked away from our wives in the first place.
What does that mean?
Whores. You were the king's whore. He's dead. You're nobody now.
You can be married to her, you can be sleeping with her, but you're never gonna get in between us.
Not trying to, buddy.
I'm not trying to.
Exactly.
This is our world! Our world, Mother, and that's what love is, real love!
Agum, lembrado tu a me. David, ne aveva paura niente, ma anche morì. Ma tu non sai che significa. Easy.
Are you ready?
Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to some more Lost reactions. Lost season 5. I was looking at some theories from my perspective, thinking about the show back in like the first season of the show. I don't know if you guys remember or not. I was comparing this show to Westworld. Seems like they exist in another dimension, but then they brought what's happening in the real world. I mean, when they got back and how they were responded to, and that theory kind of went out the window. Westworld has kind of like the same premise. It's just not, it's an island, but not really an island. You know what I'm saying? It's a play world for rich people, right? A real world exists outside of that, of course. It kind of reminded me of that in the beginning of the show in Lost. And now they have to go back. It's just like, what is the connection between them on this island? Or what is this divine connection? Why did Echo get killed by the smoke monster? There's so many questions that happens here. Why does it choose certain people? It's kind of like, why did John have to die to come back to the island? Now he's back on the island, alive. There's so many questions that I have for this series, man. I'm looking forward to finding out more. Anyways, guys, we're gonna jump into the episode. I will see you guys right after for the review. I don't know how this is going to play out because I don't think this is going to kill Ben. If it does, then kind of makes sense, but I'm gonna be confused as hell. I don't think it will affect Ben. That's what I'm thinking. I don't think Sayid killing young Ben is going to affect old Ben.
Are you there? Jin, can you hear me? Where have you been? The hostile escaped. We're searching the east grid.
He's headed north
How the hell do you know that?
because he attacked me.
He survived! He's not dead.
We're pretty sure he used this fire as a diversion in order to escape. He was locked up. How could he start the fire? Jack, Shepard, I'm new.
Well, Jack, the way he started the fire is he had help, okay? And then that somebody let him out of his cell. And since the security cameras didn't pick up any hostiles crossing the perimeter, that means it was one of us. Baxter.
I want a full report on cleanup, ASAP. Hey, you. Yeah, you. You're in the motor pool, right? You have no idea what I'm talking about, do you? Okay, no worries. Just throw this lever. When I tell you to stop, just pull it up. Okay?
All right.
Simple. Don't do it till I'm ready.
Okay.
What's your name?
I'm Kate.
Welcome aboard, Kate. I'm Roger. Roger Linus.
Nice to meet you, Roger.
That's my kid. That's my kid!
Well, don't act like you care now.
Oh my God. Hey, Cassidy. Oh my God, I saw you on the news. I told all my friends I know that woman. It's amazing. I never thought I'd see you again. What are you doing here? Sawyer sent me.
Yeah, I figured as much that's what Sawyer wanted her to do. That's why I'm like, why are you keeping this a secret? You know? Like, why was this such a big deal? You could have just told Jack That this is what you were doing for Sawyer?
Is still alive? Was when I left. And he asked you to come here and give me an envelope full of money. Said to take care of Clementine, his daughter. Well, she's asleep in her crib right now. I shouldn't have bothered you. I could have sent it, and I probably should have. Why did you tell me all this? Because I thought your daughter had a right to know that her father cared. Why didn't he come back with the rest of you? The helicopter that we were on was running out of gas, so he jumped so that we could make it to the boat. What a coward. He was trying to do the right thing. He was trying to get away from you. I told him he had a daughter. He never so much as lifted a finger to try to call her. So now I'm supposed to think he's a hero because he told you to come here and help us? They gave us a settlement after the crash, and I didn't need it. You don't have to explain it, Kate. You got the same look on your face I did when he ditched me. All I have for you is sympathy. Is it his?
The baby.
Son? Is it Sawyer's? Pregnant before I met him.
You're lying and she knows.
That's not your baby, is it? Kate, you just told me that you and your friends cooked a story for the whole world about what happened on that island.
About the baby?
Why are you lying to me about him?
That's...
I have to.
Right now on the channel where a lot of people is saying that Sawyer becomes a great leader. Becomes a great leader. Season 5. And I'm like, I'm in season 5 right now watching Sawyer. And quite frankly, he's not that much impressive. He's changed a lot. I'll give him that. He has changed a lot, so I'll give him his props for that. But let's see how the season turns out first before I judge him. So far, he's improved a lot on who he is, and he takes his time. I don't like what he did or talking about Jack. Talking about that's why, so many people got killed because Jack didn't think before he acted. Nigga, you got time. This is not the same, 2004 compared to what you're living right now, where you have a lot more control over the situation. You got video cameras, you got all of these different things that can help you to be a better leader, right? You got all these things. Jack didn't have that. There's a lot of spur of the moment decisions that Jack had to make on the fly. Mind you, trying to lead these people and also trying to be the only doctor that they have to take care of them. Do you know the amount of pressure that was on Jack to be a leader in those situations? No, I'm not sitting down and saying that Jack made, all of his decisions were great and good. You know what I'm saying? That's not what I'm saying. But that was kind of a low blow that he said that to Jack. I didn't like that he said that to him when he's over here living all cushy and stuff, waiting for John to come back. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy to me that he would say something like that. But I don't think the way how they're trying to make it seem like, Sawyer's become this great leader in season 5. I was like, I ain't see it yet. I ain't see it yet.
What the hell are you doing here?
That was Ben. That kid who was shot was Ben.
Keep your mouth shut and stop asking questions, because putting any attention on yourself is the last thing I need right now. Now scram, I don't want you around here.
I just want to know what's going on.
LaFleur, what's she doing here?
This is,
I'm Kate.
Kate. She's new over to Motor Pool. I was seeing if she saw anything suspicious, but she didn't.
Have you checked out the hostel cell yet?
She's a little busy trying to keep the town from burning down, Horace.
Okay, well then, let's do it. He didn't break out, somebody let him out. We've only got 3 janitors. There's Roger, Willie, and that new guy. I just met him. His name's Jack.
All right, I want you to find Jack and Hurley and Kate as quick as you can. Put them in a house and sit on them.
Who did this? Do you know who did this to my son?
Not yet, but we're working on it. How's he doing?
I don't know. Juliet told me to wait out here.
Roger, you happen to have your keys with you?
Yeah, why? What do you need? I must have left them at the house.
It's all right. Don't worry about it.
Where's Jack?
Stop the hemorrhaging. We're just gonna have to pack the whole trap.
Okay. What are you doing?
Not well. Hold on. He's still bleeding in there somewhere. I can't fix it. Someone needs to get in there who can find the damage that bullet did.
I need to get Jack.
He needs a real surgeon.
Gotta figure out how to get Jack in here.
So if little Ben dies, he'll never grow up to be Big Ben, who's the one who made us come back here in the first place. Which means we can't be here, and therefore, dude, we don't exist.
You're an idiot. It doesn't work like that. You can't change anything. Your maniac Iraqi buddy shot Linus. That is what always happened. We never experienced how it all turns out.
Oh, so whatever happened, happened. That's the name of the episode.
What if you're wrong?
Well, if I'm wrong, then I guess we all stop existing, and none of it matters anyway, then, does it?
It's like,
Doc, I need you to come with me.
that's very interesting because if whatever happens, happens, right? So essentially, what he's saying is that whatever you're seeing playing out right now happened already. But so they travel back in time, but they're not really changing anything. They're just watching everything play out. But that simply means that Sayid existed back then, like, or maybe somebody else shot Ben back in the day when it happened the first time. Is that what he's saying? This is a little confusing. I agree with Early.
Juliet said the kid's losing blood and we ain't got nothing to put back in him. So we need you to show us where he sprung a leak.
Jack is hesitating.
No.
Damn.
What? If you don't come with me, Jack, that kid's gonna die.
They said whatever happens, happens, right?
Then he dies.
Jack has changed a lot. Jack said, nah.
What are you doing?
Making some sandwiches. Figured everybody'd be getting hungry by now.
He's just a boy, Jack. You can't just let him die.
You can't change what's already happened. This has nothing to do with me.
Unless you're the one that's supposed to save him.
30 years from now, that boy's gonna be a man. And then you're gonna come in and you're gonna beg me to operate on him. Because he's threatening to murder Sawyer. I've already saved Benjamin Linus, and I did it for you, Kate.
This is our fault.
Oh, yeah.
We brought Sayid back. We caused this.
You know, when we were here before, I spent all of my time trying to fix things. Did you ever think that maybe the island just wants to fix things itself? That maybe I was just getting in the way?
He has a point. I can't...
You know, I don't like the new you.
Bitch, we been done not like you. I mean, I'm not on board with him not trying to save the kid. But you're the last person I want to hear telling Jack, oh, I don't like the new you. Please. You can't even make up your mind about who you want to love. So please, stop it. Okay? So, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't like the idea of what Jack's on right now. But at the same time, I can't entirely disagree with what he's doing or why he's decided not to do this, because it's like, okay, if he's gonna live, that's, you know what I'm saying, it's not necessarily based on my decision if he's gonna be saved anyways, or if he's gonna survive anyways. Like, what does it have to do with me being here? And also, he said maybe the island is trying to fix things itself. That could be a possibility as well. So I gotta hear him out. At the very least, I gotta hear him out, right? So morally, I would want him to, you know what I'm saying, save Ben. He's just a kid. He's already gone off the deep end with the people on the island. Okay, want to get away from his dad, and we all get that. We understand. The problem with this entire thing that happening is just like, okay, we just heard that whatever happened happened. That simply means it has nothing to do with us coming back in time. It's gonna happen anyways. So me deciding to save Ben, I mean, will that change him in the future? We don't know. He might turn out to be the same thing, because the thing about it is this, right? Maybe this will be different because if Sayid is the one that shot him, and also that he thinks that Sayid is one of the locals, right? One of the natives. So maybe this will change his mind from going over to them because it's like, oh, they tried to kill me. Maybe that will change the situation. So there's that too. It's like, yeah, but I don't want to. Kate is the last person should be telling people you don't like them for whatever reason. Bitch, ain't nobody ask you nothing. Yeah.
I liked the old you, who wouldn't just sit around and wait for things to happen.
You didn't like the old me, Kate.
Ouch. Oh, you forgot. That to the juggler right there. That's to the juggler right there. I like that comeback. You know what I'm saying? You didn't like the old me. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna tell me you don't? Come on, bruh. How you gonna say that you don't like the new me? Right? You didn't like the old me either. Remember? You were fooling around with Sawyer the entire time. Couldn't even make up your mind if you liked me or not. Right? You certainly did everything in your power to not to show me that you don't like me at all. Come on, man. He actually survived.
I'm sorry, Juliet. One of the new people is here. She heard Ben needed blood. Says she's a universal donor.
Very brave. So James told me that Jack wouldn't help, but he didn't say why. Off island, did something happen with you two? We were engaged. Does that count?
What's going on?
Roger, I asked you to wait outside.
No, what's going on with my kid?
Kate is giving us some fresh blood so we can transfuse Ben.
Well, I'm not waiting outside.
You know, he could stay with me. And you could check on Ben, and Roger here could keep me company, make sure I don't pass out.
The
Conversation
dingbat.
already happened, but not for you and me. For you and me, it's happening right now.
If all this already happened to me, then why don't I remember any of it?
Because once Ben turned that wheel, isn't a straight line for us anymore. Our experiences in the past and the future occurred before these experiences right now.
Say that again?
Shoot me. Please. Please?
Because if you die in 1977, then you'll never come back to the island on the freighter 30 years from now.
Any of us can die because
This is our present. Yes.
Ben couldn't die because he still has to grow up and become the leader of the others.
Because this is his past.
Then why wouldn't he remember getting shot by that same guy when he was a kid?
That's a very good question. That is a very good question. That's what I just said just now. Like,
Hadn't thought of that.
yeah, that's what I was just saying. That point is you can't explain that because it's like Sayid back in then. Like, who shot him? Did he get shot by somebody else? And this is just playing out a different way. You can't explain that. So that's the only thing. Like, everything else that he's saying makes sense, right? I understand what he's saying, but you can't explain that part of it. It's like Sayid did not exist back then as an older Sayid, right? So Sayid coming back in time and shooting Ben does not explain how things can't change. You get what I'm saying? So that's the only like thing in the entire argument that's not explainable. You win. Hurley finally stumped him. Is it bad that I still like Juliet better than I like Kate? Maybe.
He's stable now.
I can't fix it. What about the sub? I mean, can we take him somewhere?
No, it's gone. It won't be back for a couple of months.
But he can't die, right?
He is going to die.
And there's got to be someone who can help him. We have an entire...
She doesn't want to help him.
What?
She wants him to die too.
Maybe there's something they can do.
They?
They.
The others.
Them niggas. Is this how he gets over to the others? This is insane.
I'm coming with you.
No. If something goes wrong or we get caught, it doesn't matter for me, but you've got a whole life here. And besides, if Sawyer knew that I got you involved in this, he'd kill me.
Sawyer's gonna find out Ben's gone, and when he does, I have to tell him what happened. But I'll give you as much of a head start as I can. Where are your juice boxes?
Aisle 5.
Thank you very much. Excuse me, have you seen my son? Little 3-year-old blonde. Aaron?
Did Aaron just disappear? Is that what happened? That's weird. Did Aaron just disappear?
We'll make an announcement.
No, you have to seal off the store. Aaron?
I found him in
Oh.
the work section. He looked lost. I was getting ready to make an announcement.
Thank you very much.
That was hella weird. It's like, you gotta seal off the store. I'm like...
I know you gotta stop me. But I can't just let that kid die.
Damn it, Freckles. I ain't here to stop you. I'm here to help you.
I don't know what happened. We were in the supermarket and I turned around for 1 second and he was gone. And you know, the crazy thing is that as scared as I wasn't surprised. All I could think was, it's about time.
What?
Why would I feel that way? I mean, why would I expect him to be taken? Because you took him, Kate. Claire was gone. She left him. I had to take him. He needed me. You needed him. Sawyer broke your heart. How else were you supposed to fix it?
Yeah, she makes a good point. She makes a good point.
No matter what he's gonna grow up to be, it's wrong to let a kid die. That's why I'm doing this. I'm doing it for her.
Where's Jack?
He's in the shower, I think.
Is he in trouble?
Hey, ask me more questions about time travel.
I needed you.
I'm sorry?
That kid was bleeding out. You're a surgeon, and I needed you. Just a kid.
Juliet, I'm sorry. I can't help you.
Not asking for your help. Jack, you made it pretty clear you weren't interested. It's up to Sawyer and Kate now. And I sent James after her to help because they actually care.
I came back here because I was trying to save you.
We didn't need saving. We've been fine for 3 years. You came back here for you. At least do me the courtesy of telling me why.
I came back because I was supposed to.
Supposed to do what?
I don't know yet.
You better figure it out.
Bet you and Cassidy had a lot to talk about.
She had an interesting theory on why you jumped off the chopper. She thought you were worried about what would happen if you didn't.
You and me would have never worked out, Kate. I wasn't any more fit to be your boyfriend than I am to be that little girl's father. I've done a lot of growing up in the past 3 years.
Hands up!
Kid's been shot. That's both of our problems. So unless you want to go to war, you're going to take us to Richard Alpert. And you're going to do it now.
Alright, so Kate went to go see... whatever her name is, Cassidy. And then she went to go see Claire's mom.
I'm Kate Austin.
Come in.
Thank you.
Friend Dr. Shepherd came here last night, going on and on about some person named Aaron.
He's your grandson. And your daughter, Claire, is alive.
What are you talking about?
We still don't know what happened to Claire.
No, she survived. She's the one who gave birth on the island, not me. We lied.
Why would you leave her there?
Because she disappeared. And she left the baby behind. We looked everywhere, but that's when I started taking care of Aaron. And when we were rescued, we had to decide what to do with him. Couldn't. I had to protect him. So I said he was mine.
Why didn't you come to me in the first place?
Because I needed him. You're gonna see that he's so sweet and kind and
Good.
Oh, so this is who she probably left Aaron with.
I checked in 2 doors down. He's asleep. I know that this is a lot for you to handle. When you're ready, he's waiting for you. I told him that you're his grandmother, that you'll take care of him while I'm gone, and that I'll be back soon.
Where are you going?
I'm going back to find your daughter.
I'm just gonna disappear in time real quick and come back. I feel bad because I don't. It's hard for me to feel bad for Kate, man. Maybe I don't have enough empathy. And I get it, but I don't know. This is something about her character that I just can't.
Don't worry, we got him right where we want him.
Shut up and keep moving.
What's it look like I'm doing? Where the hell did you come from?
You asked my people to bring it to me. Here I am. Is that Benjamin Linus?
You two know each other?
What happened to him?
He was shot.
And who might you be?
She's with me.
And why are you here?
Because we need you to save his life. Can you?
If I take him, he's not ever going to be the same again.
What do you mean by that?
He'll forget this ever happened, and that his innocence will be gone. He will always be one of us.
What do you mean by that? So this was supposed to happen too, I guess. Still doesn't explain Sayid shooting him. Charles and Ellie, who the hell? Who the hell are those people?
Taking him.
Is that the orchid? I mean, didn't this guy die? How is he alive? I thought it was somebody else.
Welcome back to the land of the living.
Ben is like, WTF? What? Hey, yo, this show is crazy, man. Just got me thinking, like, what is going on? And it's interesting because you don't exactly know what to think about the entire situation. You really don't. You're just like sitting here like, okay, I guess this is happening and that is happening. This, you know what I mean? And we just gotta be like, all right, you know, I guess, you know, because there's so many things that is not being explained. So many things that I'm personally looking at and be like, okay, they could do this, or they could do this, or they could do this, or they could do this. But at the same time, is, you know what I mean, it's none of it. So I know I'm being very vague because all the theories that I've had have been kind of thrown out the door. So I'm just like, just let the show do what it do, right? So in this episode, kind of concentrated around Kate, Sawyer, and Jack, really, and you know how Jack has changed, because we do remember that, you know, early Jack, you know what I'm saying, early on in the series would never, he remember that when they captured Ben, right, and had him in the hatch, and he was tortured by Sayid, right? Remember that Jack was gung-ho about saving Ben. He didn't care if he was another. He just wanted to help Ben out. He didn't want to see him tortured. He didn't want to see these things. So to see him complete 180 now, where he's a person who's just like, you know what, shit happens. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, all right, I guess we go down. I'm not trying to help this kid. It's just like, he gonna get help regardless of what I do, because whatever happens, happens. See, you know, as Miles was trying to explain to Hugo, but it's still, as I said, I wonder if this is, no matter what, it's like whatever outcomes that have happened in the past will happen whether you intervene or not. So say, for instance, if you try to kill somebody, they're not going to die because they exist all in the present, the actual present. So it's kind of weird because of Sayid trying to kill Ben, but he didn't actually kill Ben. He shot him, but he didn't kill him. And then when he was about to die, they expected Jack to intervene and save Ben, and that's how he will grow up to be the villain that he is or whatever. But other people came along and did it. Now that is not what saved Ben in the past, but who knows if this whole scenario hasn't played out already. That's the whole situation, right? That's the whole misconception of everything. Is just like in our brains we're thinking, okay, if this happened already, because nobody understands really how time works. We know that as we're living here, we can't actually travel back to the past, right? You know, I can't go back and, you know, and actually have a do-over. We do not have the capability of doing that. You get what I'm saying? So we gotta live with the consequences of our actions. We can't go back and change those actions. Now we can correct some mistakes, right? We can correct some mistakes, as in accepting the consequences of what happened and then trying to change for the better, for the future, right? And we can correct those mistakes and admitting that those were mistakes and move forward. But we can't actually go back and change what those mistakes are. They've already been done, right? But as I said, we don't get to white out our past. We don't, you know what I'm saying? Like we don't get to do that. So in terms of certain things that I've seen over the years, you know, and shows that I've watched, because I told you guys that I'm a huge fan of time travel. I'm a huge fan of it. I like to watch anything that talks about time travel, TV shows, anime, whatever it is. I like the concept, even though I know it is not really possible for us to actually go back in time. It would be cool if we could, but no, it's not actually something that we can actually do. But at the end of the day, in the context of the show, even though they're not explicitly saying how time works, we're seeing how things are taking place and they're fleshing it out, and that's good. So, you know, the situation with Kate, as I said before, it's really hard for me to feel sorry for her. I think she's the only character in the show, and it is hard for me to empathize with her, man, because it's not that I hate the character, it's just how the character is written. It's just so hard for me after everything that she's done to both of these dudes, right? And also as well, just her history. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, everybody on the island. This is what happens in the comment section, right? Is, well, you know, everybody's fighting their demons on the island, and I don't understand why everybody hate Kate. Bruh, it's pretty obvious that she's essentially everybody else is fighting against minor things. If you want to put it in context like that, like the only person that I would say, as I've said before in other reactions as well, she and Sawyer is like the perfect couple, because they're the only ones that have such a extremely dark kind of revenge path where they killed somebody. You get what I'm saying? So they're like perfect for each other, right? So when I look at it from that perspective, just like how it's hard for me to empathize with Sawyer, it's very hard for me to empathize with Kate, because I'm not saying that they've remained the same people. I'm just saying now in current time, if those things were done to me, I would have forgiven them, but we would never be friends. You get what I'm saying? We would never be friends. And mind you, people still don't know the only people that knows about James' past, Sawyer's past, is Ben, was the others. They're the only ones that know, and probably, of course, Charles Widmore knows about his past. The rest of the crew don't know about it. Kate to this day don't know what happened to Sawyer. He never told her what happened, right? They don't know what happened with Kate either. Nobody knows amongst the crew. Maybe at some point she told Jack. I don't know. It was never on screen, right? She never told Jack what she did. What happened between her killing her father? Her mom didn't want her around no more. Mom rotted. She never told anybody that story. Same thing with Sawyer. The only thing they know about her is that she was the criminal on the plane. That's all they know, right? But then we as the audience, at least me, and let me personalize this, me as the person watching the show is judging her based on what I know about her. Not about what Jack knows about her and what Sawyer knows about her, but about what I know about her, right? And I'm using all of that to say that it's very hard for me to empathize with Kate because I see Kate as an extremely selfish person. She only thinks about herself, and that's why even Cassidy had to call her out in this episode and say to her, no, he didn't need you. You needed him. Right? That's selfish. That's extreme selfish behavior because she got her heart broken and now she wants somebody to fill that hole. Now, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just telling you it's a selfish action. Right? It's a selfish action, which I've been calling out Kate for this entire time, which nobody seems to see that she's a very selfish person. And she might play it off to make it seem like she cares about others. But trust me, Kate only cares about Kate. Okay? Kate only cares about Kate. She tries to show that she cares. She tries so hard to not be that person, but in crucial moments, that selfishness always shines through, right? And I can sit here and talk about that for my entire review, but I'm not going to do that. So hopefully, of course, seems like Ben is going to survive. When he's talking about him kind of, losing, he's not going to be the same and all that. Maybe there's a part of him that goes missing when they use whatever they use to save people. I don't know what they use. Seems like a temple of sorts. I don't know if that's if that was the orchid. It looks like the orchid, but it could be a whole different thing that they take people to. So we'll see what happens if they're gonna show what Richard does to Ben. That would be cool to see though. But in any case, guys, that is all I have to say about this episode, man. It was a cool episode. Learning a little bit about how they view time and all that good stuff. That was pretty cool. So yeah, man, hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. Hopefully you enjoyed the reaction. Let me know as much in the comment section. Leave a like on the video, and God, people, please like the video. It's like 300 of y'all watching the videos, and what, we get like 20-25 likes. Come on, man, like the video. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all. Leave a like on the video, man. Leave a comment. I'll catch you guys for the next one, man. Peace.